Listen, I would just like to preface this video by saying that I am aware that my plants do not look their best, but I am trying my best.
Baby shampoo and come and save me. I've been missing lady luck ever since she started hating. I've been waking up too early. I miss our crazy hazes in the.
To say that this place is my safe haven is truly an understatement. I have just lived in my own mind for such a long time that I have learned specific things that I need in a space where I'm going to be spending a lot of time to maintain my mental health. I'm very, very, very heavily impacted by my surroundings. Sorry, I'm like looking around the room because I just love this place. So it is very, very important for me to feel inspired and rejuvenated and calm in my place where I will be sleeping every night and where I'll be beginning my days. Side note, I honestly just think it's pretty freaking cute in here. I do, I can't even lie. I also just think it'll be really special when we live in Dallas in a couple months to look back on this apartment and really just reflect on how different our style was and just how different life was when we lived here. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so right away when you enter on the door, we have tote bags and just kind of bags that I wear with like everything. Most of the time it is a sweatsuit, I cannot even lie to you. But all of these have sentimental value, which is a pretty common theme in this bedroom. Honestly, everything has sentimental value because I just am emotional about everything. This first one is from a cupcake shop in Chico. If you're not familiar with California, I will probably reference Chico a lot. All I really need to tell you is that North and South California are completely different and I love them both so much, but Chico's more of a small town, eco-friendly feel, SoCal's more of a city feel, and I love Chico a lot. It's kind of my second home. Anyway, this is a tote from a cupcake shop in Chico. I just thought it was really cute. I liked the message and I needed a tote. Second one is from Shop Mallory on the Moon. I'll have her @name here. She's so sweet. It's obviously a woman-owned business. It says, "This is my thrifting bag," which is just so cute. Finally, this last one says Chico is for lovers. It's from a shop called Upper Park. I'll also put their @name here because they are a small business and Chico thrives off of its small businesses. Next, we have our robes hanging here, which is pretty self-explanatory, but it's kind of strategically placed because that is the bathroom and this is the door to like the living room. During our night routine, we always shower, throw our robes on, and then head out into the living room together to eat dinner and watch whatever show we're obsessed with at the moment. So I just think it's really cute that they sit here next to each other and I don't know, it was a nice touch. And let's head over here. Okay, so over here we have my vanity. Pretty self-explanatory. I've got my items that I tend to gravitate towards the most. So sunscreen, perfumes, lotions, little rings, because I cannot go a day without my little rings, so they live in here. Necklaces that I tend to use the most, and items like my hydro flask, a little plant, a little candle. This is a rose that Daniel recently got me, makeup brushes, you know the whole thing. And of course, we have to have an affirmation sticker because I look in this mirror almost every day. So if I'm gonna be looking at myself, I wanna be thinking positive thoughts. Since I do my homework here sometimes, I like to keep my iPad and my laptop under there because it's just easy access. It's a nice place for it. I keep cute little memoirs in here, most of the time little like letters from my friends or little notes that Daniel writes me. He likes to leave these on my bedside table in the morning. You can't even see that on camera. He likes to leave me little notes in the morning before he goes to work, so I put sentimental things in this little drawer because that's just easy access. In here I have a whole bunch of accessories and electronics. Over there I have a lot of lingerie and just like underwear, sports bras, socks, you know, all the boring stuff. Now this wall holds a very special place in my heart, specifically because a lot of time and effort went into it, but also a lot of genuine love. I took a film camera with me everywhere that I went for about a year, and I told myself that I could only shoot a photo in a moment when I felt genuinely happy. So I would pull it out and capture it forever, and now they live on this wall. I can't even pick any favorites. They're all so special to me, but I do always take a Posca pen and doodle on them because I just think that's fun. Over here here we have one of the bouquets that Daniel has given me over the years. I smashed it up and put it in a frame because I didn't want to get rid of it because it's always so hard for me to get rid of his flowers. This is our little pothos plant. She looks a little rough, but we love her a lot. She's hanging on for dear life next to the air vent. I love her a lot. I'm trying my best. Moving over here, we have this boring IKEA dresser that we really just use for sweatsuits and clothes and just random stuff like that. A lot of pajamas live in here. Up here, we have this little light thing that's like viral on TikTok. I'll show you guys what it looks like at nighttime all lit up. It's really nice. I don't love it as much as I actually thought that I was gonna love it. I really like it during workouts though. Life hack. It literally feels like you're at a concert while you're working out. It's the best thing ever. I keep a lot of candles up here because when I'm sitting on the bed doing homework, it's a nice view to look at. I like to associate doing homework with being calm so that I'm more encouraged to do it. Over here we have our bed set up. Let me tell you, the green is such a perfect color for the bedroom. It keeps me so calm. Okay, we're gonna ignore my closet, but over here I have a macrame, just kind of door sheet thing that blocks off the closet, which is just a whole mess in itself. We're not gonna talk about it. Over here is my nightstand. So I have a cute little plant. I have some melatonin, ibuprofen, and Vaseline because those tend to be necessities. My reading glasses because every night I read my book before I go to sleep. I'm currently reading Again But Better. Currently don't love it yet, but I'm trying very hard. And then this is a picture of my sister and I. I love her so much. She's my #1, and that is why she lives beside my bed. Over here we have a candle. It's a little Prosecco candle, and it's actually really sweet. Daniel brought this home for me because he noticed that I was reading every night and that the candle that I had sitting here burnt out, so he got me a new one. I thought that was really thoughtful. This is a Chaihuli Garden and Glass Museum coaster, and it's actually really cute. It's real wood. This is in Seattle, so it's nice to have little knickknacks from traveling all over the room because it just widens my mind and makes me think about how much I can't wait to be back out there again. This is where my slippers live. I honestly never use them because they're like my good slippers, so I'm always afraid to use them. They just kind of sit there. This wall is completely covered in manifestations that I'm trying to bring into fruition and things that just really matter to me so that I can open my eyes in the morning and the first thing I see are reminders of what's important to me and what I'm getting after that day. This is literally where I lay my head to sleep. I open my eyes and this is the first thing I see. So, pretty strategic if you ask me. I do have to say that I love this wall so much. I just think it adds so much to the space and makes it feel a whole lot bigger. And now for my absolute favorite part of the bedroom. This is where all the magic happens. Quite literally, I have therapy virtually right there. The nook. Okay, I'm sorry for the backlight. There's not much I can do. We're just working with what we got. So coming over here, this bookshelf is really special because it's just filled with photos and knickknacks and little memories from places that we've been and things that matter to us. Like I said, almost everything in this room has sentimental value, so this is kind of the center of that universe. Let's get into it. So up here we have a homesick candle because it has the Texas state on it and we have a lot of family in Texas. We care about Texas a lot, hence why we are moving. A couple other candles. We have this pretty little snail baby that is very much dying. She's kind of a lost cause, but we love her. We're gonna ride it out. We have a little Harry Potter over here, the full Harry Potter collection, I will have you know. And then a little memory book for our dog. We also have this little photo album that's filled with more film photos that just like never made it onto the wall. Those are just nice to have there and reflect on nights when I'm feeling emotional. And over here we have a bunch of books and guided journals. I tend to keep the ones that I'm currently reading a little bit higher on the shelf, so these are the ones that I see the most. I have a few Polaroids here from a night with the girls, a little knickknack from Zion National Park because fun fact about me, I will see every national park before I am no longer alive. And then we have a little succulent plant here, a photo of Daniel. I think this was a little bit before our 2-year anniversary. He had brought home roses for me. I just remember like the smell of things constantly baking in our house because it was like the beginning of quarantine. So different times. Coming over here, you can see a little bit more of the seating area. You get the gist. It's like a nice little relaxing place to sit. Over here we have some healing crystals, some more candles, another national park memory. This was actually a gift for my birthday, but Yosemite National Park is my favorite place on the entire planet, and I believe that that will always be true. It smells so much like the pines when you're driving through the park. It is so special. Over here we have Roxy's hair from like one of her random haircuts because it's just a nice little memory. Some books that are more so Daniel's, they're more business oriented. A photo of one of my best friends and I. And then over here we sort of just have a whole variety of things. So I'm obsessed with National Geographic, so I have almost like a year's worth on here, and they're really great for putting together the collages on the wall that I like to do, so that's why I like to keep so many of them. There's also just workbooks for national parks, random magazines, entrepreneur magazine, you know the whole thing, a couple planners, sketchbook, and then this handsome little guy. We have not named him yet. Maybe we'll name him like Aristotle or something. He's very cute, but he is kind of falling apart like all my other babies. Over here we have a plant that Daniel actually recently gave me for Valentine's Day. I think it's really cute. It has like a little heart in it. I just keep some miscellaneous, so some extra books, some index cards for school, a whole bunch of photos of my sister and I would love to hang that up, but I just don't have a place in the apartment for it. This box is actually so special. It holds itineraries, travel memories, wristbands, photos, souvenirs. It's basically just our travel box, and it's very special. It has like 3 years worth of memory now, so that is one of my most prized possessions. That, in addition to travel journal, it's really special. We fill each page with the memories from that box. So here's like a Catalina Island page and so on. This is honestly unbeatable. This is like the most valuable thing in this house for me. I would love to say that my bedroom has a place for everything, but it doesn't. So sometimes this happens. And personally, I'm just really not one to display designer bags. I think it's just kind of, I don't know, it's not my thing. But if it's your thing, that's totally fine. It's just not really mine. So this stays down here. Over here on this side of the window seat, we have a little storage unit. This is where I keep all of my purses because quite honestly, they just get so messy in the closet. So I like to categorize them by active bags, pastels, shoulder bags, backpacks, you know the whole thing. You know the whole thing. We are resourceful queens. So I put some nails in on the side and hung some extra hats that I have here. Up here, this tends to be an area that I gravitate towards a lot. This is my little artsy area. So I have stationery for writing letters to my friends, Posca pens, incense, to-do lists, markers, washi tape. It's all the fun things. This is actually holding a rose that Daniel got me a long time ago at the Melrose Flea Market because again, I cannot get rid of things that he gives me. This is another plant. We love her. She looks really rough, but we love her so much. It's just kind of hard to tell. In here we have some Palo Santo and sage. I don't burn them very much anymore because I learned that it's cultural appropriation, but I do still have some, so it kind of just sits there. This is my Polaroid, which really doesn't get much use ever since I fell in love with film, but it's a nice little decoration. What's most notable is that my journal lives way in the back corner, shoved back there, hidden because I'm a Scorpio. Funny story about these two photos. This is a photo of a man and a woman walking down a street on a rainy day. You can kind of see it over there. This was on a Valentine's Day a couple years ago. It was a paint and sip. It was so much fun. Probably the most fun date we've ever had. It was in San Diego. It was just so funny because at the end of the class, our photos looked completely different. You can kind of see it here, even though that one's tucked away. And it was just a nice little reminder that whenever we don't see things eye to eye, we just have to respect each other's perspective because they're both beautiful. Alright my friends, so there you have it. That is the room tour for the moment. It'll probably change like tomorrow. I'm constantly switching things up in here, but it is my safe place. I hope that you love it as much as I love it, and I hope that you could get some sort of inspiration, whether it be for specific decor or just to make your place a little bit more peaceful specifically for you. Even if, you know, your style may not be trending or super popular, just make sure that it's something that feels super comfortable for you and unique to you. So that's all I have to say. I send you love and light, and I hope that you're all doing well. Bye friends.
What if I wake up happy? And what if I wake up sad?